Welcome to BHuman Speakeasy. Now, Speakeasy is the AI video generator that makes videos which actually look and sound real. Without further ado, let me show you how it works. Let's go ahead and create a new project. So it all starts by choosing the presenter. Now, as you can see, we have lots of different options in the library here you can choose from. A lot of these are also presenters I've used before. You can also upload a photo. Maybe you want to just take a quick picture of yourself with your phone. Use your webcam, take a photo right here, or generate one completely new with AI simply by just describing who you want. So for this demo, I'm going to go with this picture. But before I use it, maybe I want to change something around. So I'll hit Edit Presenter. And, maybe I'm not a fan of this green sweatshirt. So change the sweatshirt to a black one. So you can imagine if you want to record something, you could just take a picture with the webcam. And maybe, your hair's not good or the lighting's bad. You could simply just change it right here, and then you're good to go. So, all right, this looks good. I'm going to use this presenter with the black sweatshirt. Let's continue. Now let's talk about the voice. So we have voices that I've used here in the past, but I can go ahead and I can design a new voice. And this works simply by typing whatever I could imagine into this box, and it's going to generate voices that I can use in my video, right? So for this one, for example, it looked at the picture and it made a description based on that. But I can easily edit this to say whatever I want. I can say like a middle-aged man with a French accent. Now it's going to create these voices for me. I can listen to them and then choose the one I like the best.
A 10,000 euro signal amplifier, payable in cash, for official use only.
Okay, now maybe I want to change it. No French accent. Let's do general American accent.
A conservative approach cherishes the wisdom of the past.
In the heart of the forest plays a whisper of freedom.
This one sounds nice. You don't want this to sound too perfect. Now, voice is actually really, really important to getting a realistic video. Because if your voice sounds AI, if it sounds too perfect, if it sounds like it was recorded in an expensive studio, alarm bells start to go off and they start to think this is a bruised video. It's AI, right? If your voice sounds like, you just picked up your phone, started recording, then it's going to come off much more natural. So we actually want to pick a voice which either, the recording, there's some background noise, it's not the best mic in the world, but that naturalness is going to go a long way for us. So I'm going to go ahead with this voice. All right, now time for the script. So you could just type or paste whatever you want in here. I usually just ask the AI to write the script for me. So let's go ahead and do that now. And you can also put the target length in, like if you want the script to be, 20 seconds, 1 minute, up to you. I'm just going to do 20 seconds for this. Okay, so we have the script in here, and you'll notice capitalize some words, put a bunch of exclamation points. All of that's going to help the prosody of the voice, meaning the flow of the voice, the naturalness of the voice.
Welcome to Speakeasy, the AI video generator that makes realistic human videos you're actually not afraid to post. Because sometimes you want the speed of AI with the look and feel of something real.
Okay, so if I like this, I can just continue and go ahead. But every time I hit regenerate preview, I'm going to get a totally different version of the script, and the energy might change, the delivery might change. So what I like to do is just go through this a few times until I'm happy with it. But if I really want to tweak things around, I can open this tab, tone and delivery, and I could do things like add pauses, emphasize certain words, draw something out. So for example, maybe I want to say, welcome to Speakeasy, and then I want to have a pause in here. So I add pause, those two dashes, and now it's going to pause. I could also just generally change it. I can be like, okay, I want this to be warmer, more energetic, more deliberate. I could also change the pace, so how fast the person is talking. So if I want this to be a little bit faster, a little bit slower, all I can do is just change that. Very simple. A tiny bit faster. Maybe let's make it a bit more energetic. Or I could just simply tell it, I want this to sound more natural. Maybe ad lib. Make it sound more flowy, let's say, right? Better prosody, more flow. So let's regenerate this narration with all these changes in.
Welcome to Speakeasy, the AI video generator that makes realistic human videos you're actually not afraid to post. Because sometimes you want the speed of AI with the look and feel of something real. So come on in, get creative.
Notice like it goes not afraid to post, right? Look and feel something real, kind of goes up. I'm not a fan of that. So what I'm going to do very simply, right, is I'm just going to regenerate the preview and hopefully that'll go away. So you can see this is an iterative process. I probably do, let's say, 5 to 10 iterations on a voice before I continue. Because again, if you don't have a great voice, natural, realistic, then you're not going to have a great video. So everything starts with the voice. Let's hear this.
Welcome to Speakeasy, the AI video generator that makes realistic human videos you're actually not afraid to post. Because sometimes you want the speed of AI or with the look and feel of something real. So come on in, get creative, and let's make videos people actually want to watch.
That's perfect. Honestly, perfection right here. Now, before we click continue, one other feature to let you know about is we actually have the ability to make the video you're making right now, but make other versions of it in different languages. So I can easily come in here and I can say, hey, I also need a version of this in Italian, and maybe I need one in Turkish, as many as you want here. So I'll just hit add translations, and it's going to generate this voice for those translations as well. All right, so we have our Italian and Turkish translation ready to go. We can play this if we'd like.
Benvenuto a Speakeasy, il generatore di video AI che crea video realistici.
And Turkish.
Speakeasy'ye hoş geldiniz. Gerçekten paylaşmaktan çekinmeyeceğiniz, gerçekçi, insan videoları oluşturan...
Both sound very good. So let's go ahead, continue. We can add things like backgrounds if we'd like. So for example, I can drag in, maybe he's talking about his website, so we want to show his website there, or maybe it's some slides that he wants to show, so I can upload some images here and show them. But for now, we'll keep it simple and just have the straight video with no backgrounds. Okay, now we can decide, do we want to render this in HD quality or standard quality? I'm going to go with HD. Do we want it portrait mode? Maybe this is for TikTok or Instagram or landscape. I'm going to keep this just default, matching the size of the starting image. And last option is handheld selfie motion. So if you have a presenter which has the starting image as like a selfie, you see their arm coming out into the frame like they're holding their own phone, taking a selfie, then it's going to be really weird when the video comes out and the phone is perfectly still. So we can actually add this motion, which is going to kind of, imagine you're holding a phone, filming yourself. Of course, your wrist isn't going to be perfectly still. It's going to move around a little bit. So you can add this in if you'd like. However, because the setup here is more of like a webcam, something resting, no need for that. So I'm going to uncheck this and going to go ahead and generate those 3 videos, right? So the main English one and the 2 translations. So let's do it. And literally like 45 seconds later, the video is ready. So let's take a look.
Welcome to Speakeasy, the AI video generator that makes realistic human videos you're actually not afraid to post. Because sometimes you want the speed of AI with the look and feel of something real. So come on in, get creative, and let's make videos people actually want to watch.
Awesome. And we can scroll down here. The Italian and Turkish versions are still rendering. So let's give it another minute and we'll check it out.
Benvenuto a Speakeasy, il generatore di video AI che crea video realistici con persone, così belli che non avrai paura di pubblicarli.
Looks good. And Turkish.
Speakeasy'ye hoş geldiniz. Gerçekten paylaşmaktan çekinmeyeceğiniz, gerçekçi, insan videoları oluşturan yapay zeka video oluşturucu.
Very nice. So from here, we could download these. We can, put them on our social media, whether you're using this for demo videos, for TikTok, Instagram, updates for your customers, you name it. There's so many use cases. And our goal is to give you the tools so that you can use them for your business, which nobody knows better than you. So that being said, check out Speakeasy. And if you made it this far, have a little parting gift. Use code FOUNDER50 to get 50% off your first month with Speakeasy. And by the way, you can try it out for free, no card required. Can't wait to see what you'll make on BHuman. We'll continue to innovate. And as always, I'll see you on the platform.